What's up, guys? Today we're going to take a look at the new profession, engineering. Not usually the best one for gold making, but it's actually pretty good in Dragonflight if you have the right build. Well, sadly I don't, but we're still going to take a look at it. Engineering, not traditionally a great gold making profession. As in Shadowlands, I think there was like one profitable recipe, which was the wormhole generator, and everything else was trash. It's been changed around a bit in Dragonflight, and there is a bunch of profitable recipes. There's actually a huge number of them if you just scroll through the list here. If you have the right stats, then there's a ton of recipes that you can craft. Like obviously of the ones I have right now, you can take a look at the gyroscopic kaleidoscope with a 32,000 gold profit on quality 3 and 4,000 gold loss on quality 2. So if you have a high enough inspiration chance and you can reach this breakpoint, then this is just a huge amount of gold to be making. Absolutely massive. There's other recipes that I don't have, particularly in the scopes and ammo pieces, like the endless stack of needles. 60 gold loss on quality 2 and 3,000 gold profit on quality 3. That's profitable at almost any reasonable inspiration amount. You have the Tinker, stuff like that. 44k profit on the Arclight Vital Correctors Tinker. Absolutely amazing. So there's a lot of good recipes, but you do need to have the right build. The best items in general for engineering is going to be the scopes and ammo. That's the best category by far, based on sale rate and what I've been. And then there's all of the various optional reagents that are only used for mostly for crafting gear. There's the Tinkers. There's a couple of other ones here that impact your Tinkers. The Tinkers is stuff you put into the Tinker socket that you can have on these bracers. Which is very, very strong, by the way, very strong. I think a lot of people will be getting these, because as far as I know, the Tinkers are not embellishments. Which makes them really good. Of course, you need engineering for some of them, but not for all of them. So I think that we'll see a lot of people be getting this as like their third crafted item, because it's very good to get the bracers that you don't need the engineering to equip. Strong. So this is definitely a market that's going to be coming along as well. And then there's like the cogwheels, quality 3 for determining the stats. So there's a lot of optional reagents that go into this, and that you can use anywhere from like changing the effect of your Tinkers, whether they malfunction or not, all of this stuff. So just a lot of recipes that go into that. So yeah. Now, if you want to take advantage of all of these recipes that I just mentioned, then the way to go is an inspiration build, which I don't have yet. I've put points elsewhere, and it's not paid off as well as I wanted to. So the mechanical mind, this is your starting point. This is the most important. Get 10 points here, and then you unlock novelties. As you can see here, unlike every other profession, this node increases your inspiration proc skill bonus by 1% for every point you put in here. So usually for other professions, it's like put 30 points and then you get like at break points, you get an increase to the percentage inspiration yield. Here you get it as a bonus. You want to put all 30 points in here. Obviously, you also get recipes along the way, which is great. That's just more knowledge, essentially. So this is where you get your inspiration, like increases the skill. And then you definitely will need to get inspiration wherever you can. As you can see here, this gears for gear thing is going to give you plus inspiration for all of the crafts that affected by this. This is profession equipment, cogwheels, and optional reagents. So this is great for the optional reagent build. Or if you want to go for scopes and ammo, then this node is going to give you multi-craft and some extra bonuses along the way, but just multi-craft for every point, so obviously great. Then you have the generalist tree here as like sort of the last point to go. But you want to go mechanical mind, and then you want to go function over form as your second tree, and you want to go a decent amount of points in the base node here to unlock both of these trees. Whether you want to go for gears for gear and unlock optional reagents, or go for scopes and ammo first, up to you. Both are valid in my opinion, and then lastly you can put points into optimized efficiency, which is just going to give you bonuses to all crafts. There's a bunch of different multi-craft, inspiration crafts. Look at this node. Plus 25, very juicy node, by the way. Then you have stuff here, a bunch of juicy multi-craft resources. stuff, as well as just general skill. So yeah, just look for that around the tree. You can just look. I don't remember what like all of the best breakpoint nodes are, but this is really the way to go. You also want to unlock this. Potentially, this will allow you to craft the bracers, but of course, crafting gear is not good. Point's wrong here, unless you like sitting in trade chat, but I don't. It is what it is. Now, if you're looking for profitable things to craft, obviously, I talked about this in my alchemy video as well. Craft Sim, this add-on is absolutely bonkers good. Just take a look. This number is green. It means you can craft profitably on average, and these numbers will help you see if there's anything that will increase your profit by changing your stats. So as you can see here, for forever burning blasting powder, multi-craft will help me a lot. I have not max skill. I don't have any rare profession equipment. This is not a character that I've maxed out at all. I'm also missing a fairly large amount of knowledge. So yeah, obviously not optimized. So there's not that many like fantastic recipes for me. Particularly not any of the ones that require inspiration, because it's really, really hard for me to reach like quality 3 on a skill 425 recipe, for instance. The one recipe that I had success with is this one, Sap Throttle Soul Inhaler. I've sold 47 of these for an average price of 13k. They're necessary to get the bind and pickup materials for certain epic items, which means that people are buying these. They only need one though, so it's not like fantastic, but it's like 5,000 gold profit. So selling those, and you need to put 20 points into this node to get them. So that's. I also put a ton of points here. This node is something that like, oh yeah, this might be good. You have a small chance to receive a random rousing element. It's potentially good if you're gonna just AFK craft parts, but there aren't that many parts that I can AFK craft profitably. But yeah, obviously that's going to increase my profit for some of these, so maybe I should sit around and craft more. We can see how I can craft shock spring coils profitably. I can craft greased up gears profitably. And as far as I know, this does not include my chance of rolling a called rousing element, but it might. I'm not sure if Craft Sim know. As far as I can tell, it does not know, but who knows. So yeah, that's what you're gonna do. Now the top recipes, as far as I can tell, this gyroscopic kaleidoscope is looking fantastic right now. I don't remember the source. I think maybe you just learned this from the vendor. Then there's some other scopes. The high intensity thermal scanner is the best one, which requires 20 points in the utility node. And then also this endless stack of needles, 10 points in utility, 3,000 profit, 70 at quality 2. This is just absolutely amazing. This breakpoint guarantees that like at any inspiration breakpoint, like I could have an inspiration tool with an inspiration plant. Looking at probably fire inspiration, this would just be fantastic. Breakpoint. Outside of that, there's the critical failure prevention unit. That's a tinker, so it should be a little bit. Well, have that. No, it's not the tinker. It's the optional reagent for tinkers. This is a 17,000 gold profit at quality 3. There's also some of the tinkers that are pretty good. Perhaps I'm not sure what the best one is right now. Plane displacer is good right now, which gives you invisibility potions essentially on your racer. There's the alarmo turret, which I'm not sure why that's good at. I know that there's also somewhere, I think this one, Arclight Vital Correctors. This is the battle res. Get this on your trinkets. This is the number one. This on your bracers, and you now have battle res for anyone. This is essentially the engineering battle res, but anyone can get it as long as they get a crafted bracers. So I think that everyone is going to want to get these as their third option for crafted gear, and have that for M+, because it's just so good to have that tinker plus setting. And also, I think these bracers are pretty good because they only give you one secondary stat, so you can pick your absolute best one. So I expect this to be something that we see a lot more demand for in trade chat as well. If you want to do the armor build, you can, obviously, to craft these at a high level. They're going to be popular as well for sure. M plus portion of yeah, that's what I do with engineering. As you can tell, the profit margins on some of these things is just absolutely amazing. Even using the region-wide auction house, this is just like fantastic opportunities. If you have the right build, if you don't have an engineer, you can get one going. Like, it's not that expensive in terms of knowledge point. You need the 40 points here. And then about 25 points here. You can probably start reaching the 20 skill breakpoints. You might need a little bit more depending on like whether you can craft the rare items or not, and how high you can level your recipes. There's the Cascarite Fisher Friend recipe, which you can buy on the auction house, and this one will take you quite far. No bind and pickup material, no metal, no nothing. You can actually use it to power level your profession, which is great, of course. So yeah, good luck with engineering. We're gonna take a look at my mailbox before we leave this video, and we can bask in the in the joys of watching some of my sales. We can see here Sap Throttled Soul Inhaler selling this week, and a couple of intermediate materials that I actually the auction house. We actually sold a couple of. So that's where I'm making my gold, but if I really wish I'd been in scopes and ammos and stuff like that, we've seen K-Check make insane amounts of gold with it. That's what I'd suggest. Good luck, have fun, play around with this profession. I think it's actually really good, to be honest. Based on profit margins right now, almost no one is doing this. So get in, take advantage.